There we go. We're live. Hi, everyone. Let me know who's here. There's 6 people watching, so I'm guessing one is Roz. Roz is always here. I don't think Roz has ever missed a live stream, to be quite honest. Have you missed any live streams, Roz? I know you're here. I know you're listening. Yes. So, welcome to our monthly 60-minute live stream, where once a month we hang out for an hour, ask me questions, I'll let you know what's going on, and yeah, so there we go. Oops. Hello. And yeah. Thanks for joining, everyone. And you know what? I think oops. Oh my goodness. I accidentally set the live stream to not Patreon only. So oops. So there's gonna be some other explorers in here. Whoops. Oh well, that's okay. Welcome, everyone. This is typically a Patreon only live stream. I hit the wrong setting. That's okay. We'll just roll with it. That's okay. So for those of you that were just popping in, yeah, this is a Patreon live stream typically. Again, I made a mistake. Like I said, we'll roll with it. And we do this 60 minutes every once a month. And over on Patreon, patreon.com/TDR Explorer. And we just hang out for, we just hang out for an hour. Don't worry, if you want to stay, that's okay. That's my fault. I didn't check the settings. YouTube is very fun, but that's okay. Anyway, hi Arden, good to see you. I'm here. I'm down in Australia still. Oh, hi Amy. Good to see you. And yeah, sorry, I can't believe I put the wrong setting on. I've done like 20 some live streams, and this is the first time I've really messed it up, but that's okay. That's cool. For those of you on Patreon, don't worry, I'll do another one for you guys, just to make up. It's all good. We're gonna roll with it, like I said. Anyway, we just hang out and talk about the theme parks in Asia and everything. And yeah, I'm down in Australia at the moment. I'm here for the next few weeks. And then I'm gonna be more than likely heading down to or over to New Zealand for a bit. I have friends that live there, so I'm gonna check that out. And then I'm going back up to Japan just in time for Halloween. So I'm gonna be doing Tokyo Disney on Halloween, Universal Studios, and I might try and get to Shanghai for their Halloween. Hong Kong, I'm gonna still need to keep an eye on what's going on there before I make any decisions on that. And yeah. Oh, hi Jennifer. The weather's good. It's winter in Australia, so it's what is it now? I think it was like 14 degrees Celsius earlier. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. It's chilly. It's a little chilly. It's nothing like Canada, of course. So there you go. I'm waiting for Roz. Where's Roz? I know Roz is here somewhere. That's okay. Hello. Yeah, Jennifer, I can imagine it's still pretty hot there. Hey, Amy. Hi, Chris. We're staying at the Miracosta in a few weeks on the Venice side. We're wondering, are there places in the hotel to do photography looking out into the park after closing time? That's a really good question. I've never actually done that. I've always been in the park, the Venice side. So your best bet is, I guess from depending on where your room is facing, that's I guess that's an obvious one. Probably I would check some of the hallway windows, because there should be some hallway windows there, and I believe there's because there's a pool out there as well. But obviously, if you're taking a picture, it's just going to be of the pool. You're not going to be able to see the stuff behind it. Um, that's a good question. I've never actually done that, to be quite honest. Um, so let me know how that goes out or goes for you. I'd be very interested to know. Um, well, you can actually go if you can get a seat. There's the Bella Vista Lounge. Of course, you have to kind of luck out and get a seat there because there's seats that look over the Mediterranean Harbor. I don't know the hours of it off the top of my head, but I believe it's maybe an hour after closing. So that might be a good thing to check out as well. Like maybe get there before park closing and then just stay right until the very bitter end and then take pictures from there. That'd be a good place to do it. Um, that's really all I can think of right now off the top of my head. Hopefully that helps, Amy. Oh, you're very welcome. And have fun. The Miracosta is a very luxurious hotel. Um, it's definitely worth the money, that's for sure. I'm actually I'm wondering how the new hotel, the new one that they're building, that's going between Disneyland and DisneySea, how much that one's going to be because that one's supposed to be more luxurious than the Miracosta. And the Miracosta is already about starting at about $500 a night, $500 US a night. So yeah, that's I wonder how expensive that one's going to be. Hi, Roz. There you are. Did you sleep in? I think Roz slept in. Yeah, Roz. I made a boo boo. What I did was, I did the wrong settings for the live stream, so it's public, but that's okay. We got some more explorers in here, so hi everyone. Uh, again, this is typically for Patreon subscribers. I messed up, but that's okay. We'll roll with it. Where we do a monthly live stream for 60 minutes, and it's at the $5 level on Patreon. So if you just head on over to patreon.com/TDR Explorer, you can um, hang out with us. Sorry, I'm just typing in the URL here for everyone to look. And we have other perks on Patreon and stuff too. So good to see you, Roz. Spice Explorers tier. Yes. There's kind of like a inside joke between Roz and I. I've been kind of doing it on Instagram too, where last year I bought the little ghost from Tokyo Disney that goes on your shoulder, and he's kind of greenish white. He glows in the dark. Anyway, I called him Basil. I don't know why I just picked Basil or Basil, or wherever, depending where you're from, say it differently. But for this year at Halloween, they have two more. There's a little ghost with the churro. He's only a little churro, and same thing. He goes on the shoulder. And then there's also a pumpkin version, and I want to buy them and call them. One's going to be called Cinnamon Explorer, and the other one. What was the other one? I don't remember the other one. What was the other one? Anyway, we're going to call them the Spice Explorers once I'm able to get 5 of them, because I'm funny like that apparently. So yeah. So there you go. Is there advantage to renewing annual pass, or should I just let mine expire and get a new one later for a later expiration date? Yeah, there's no advantage, Arden, for renewing early. They don't give you anything. You can, I think it's about a month ahead. You can renew it, but then the renewal, like you still have that month, of course, and then the renew date is set 1 year after the expiration date or something like that. The only time there's any advantage is when they're doing when there's a price increase. That's the only time it's best to do that, because you can buy a voucher ahead of time. I've never actually done this myself. I've only read about it, so I've always just went and renewed it. But if you bought a voucher before the price increase, then you renew it with that voucher at that price that you already paid. If that makes sense. That's honestly, that's really it. Where did I get my T-shirt? Actually, I got this here in Australia. I got it last year. Um, it is from Meyer. No, yes, Meyer, the one of the department stores here in Australia. Yeah. I got a bunch of Pokemon ones. They're not from Japan, unfortunately. I like these shirts. I think it's from Kenji. Kenji clothing. I'll type it in. Kenji or something. Yeah. Kenji clothing. Reason why I like these shirts is because they're long. I have a kind of a long torso, so having long shirts is nice. I find shirts in Japan, I can fit them fine up here, but it's length. So it's almost like I'm wearing a belly shirt, which is really irritating. Oh, perfect. There you go. Sorry, Amy, I should have known that. Yeah, I got it from Meyer. They have other ones as well. By the way, that wasn't paid or endorsed or anything, or I wasn't paid to say that. I just really like the shirt. So there you go. So I saw some other questions here. I'm just scrolling up. Yes, the Aussie meat pies are getting to my brain. Do I prefer Bravissimo or Fantasmic? It's been a long time since I've seen Bravissimo. I don't remember much from it, to be quite honest. I just remember it was really strange. It's kind of a toss-up, to be quite honest. I find they're both really different shows, so they're really hard to compare. I mean, Fantasmic's Fantasmic, right? I know that's a very non-answer. Do you know if Duffy or anyone else at TDR has Halloween costumes this year? Do you mean like character greetings or like the merchandise? For character greetings, Duffy. I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head if Duffy's having a Halloween outfit. He usually does, not for greetings. And Shelly May probably does too. If someone wants to double check for me, that'd be cool. So I'm not sitting here typing away while I'm trying to talk. If there's any character greetings that have it, it's Duffy and Shelly May. They'll have the Halloween costumes. As for other characters, they don't typically do that. The only time there's like characters will have something festive for greetings is usually Christmas. Like they'll wear a scarf with like a little Christmas tree on it or something like that. But typically the Halloween or characters are just normal. They don't wear anything. I think the reason for that is because people will get too intense about it. Tokyo Disney is really about the characters. A lot of people love the characters there. So anything special makes people wait hours and hours to do this kind of stuff, to take pictures and stuff. So I think that's why they really don't do that all that often. So I remember they did they kept changing it. It was Minnie Mouse dressed in a berry costume. Everyone called her Betty-chan, like Mrs. Berry, Miss Berry. And I remember the waits for her, because she was in Critter Country, the waits ended up being like hours, like 7 or 8 hours or something ridiculous like that. And it was a very limited time thing. So they're very selective of when they do these kind of like special character greetings. So I know that was a very long-winded answer. But if you go to Hong Kong Disneyland, like there's so many characters for Halloween and villains and stuff. Like it's a completely different world, which is actually pretty cool. Shanghai as well. Shanghai does a lot of Halloween character greetings, like in the Mickey Avenue area. All the characters there, they're always in seasonal outfits for the character greetings, which is really cute. I haven't done Halloween at Shanghai Disneyland yet, so I really want to try and do that this year if I can. Once I get back up to Japan and then find myself a cheap flight to Shanghai and go and do that, I think that'd be really fun. Rezels 88, is there advantage on annual pass? You get to go in to the park as many times as you want throughout the year. That's it. We don't get discounts. We don't get any perks or anything. Nothing. We literally just get to go into the park. We do get nice designs though. They change the designs of the annual passes every year, so that's cool. Yeah. Um, and then on the flip side for Hong Kong Disneyland, when you sign up for the annual pass, there's a lot of perks. Like there's merchandise discounts, food discounts, hotel discounts. They do like little they like do like little gamification and stuff with the annual pass where if you visit X amount of times, you get a certain like you get a free gift, like they've done pins and stuff before and all that kind of stuff. Annual pass gives you unlimited entry. Yes, it does. I mean, that's the purpose of it, right? You buy it so you can go without having to buy a day ticket all the time. There, of course, there's blackout dates, so you got to check that. Pardon me. Yes, Roz, the Duffy merchandise is really cute. It really is. The owl gelatoni. I think I might have to get some of that when I get back up to Japan there. It's really cute stuff. Really, really cute. Fun fact, Roz. I was looking at flights to get back up into Japan, and like the cheapest route I found was like going through Singapore and having like an 8 hour layover. So you might see me again. But it would be in like beginning of October though, not for your birthday, for Halloween. I do want to do Horror Nights at Universal Singapore though. That's Oh, I haven't done Halloween Horror Nights in Singapore or Hollywood, but I've done it at USJ and US. Is it USO? The one in Orlando. I've done that one. And again, I'm just gonna uh, remind everyone again. This is supposed to be a Patreon only live stream. I messed up. I'm usually really good at this stuff, but I messed up and I made it public. But that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, we're gonna roll with it. We do a 60-minute live stream once a month, and we just hang out and answer questions like this, and whatever. We have our inside jokes too. So if I say something strange, you don't quite get, you got to be. You have to visit all the other, or you have to be at the live streams to kind of get some of the jokes. So I'll put the link again in the chat here if you want to support on Patreon. It does help support so I can pay my staff and all that kind of stuff. So it really does help. Put that in there again. Coming from the US and doing all the Asia parks, what order do you suggest? I actually have a full article on that that talks about that in great detail. Depends on flights, time of the year you're going, and everything. I usually tell people do Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo. And the reason for Shanghai in the middle is so you can do the transit visa. Because for people from the US, you either have to apply for a visa ahead of time for mainland China, not Hong Kong. Hong Kong is fine. Mainland China, you have to get it in advance, which might be tough for some people depending on where you live because you have to go to Chinese embassy. And for the transit visa, you have to be transiting through the country. And there's a transit visa, I believe it's 144 hours. There's a 72 and 144 hour one, and that's usually more than enough time to go to Shanghai Disneyland and do a day or two in the city as well. So that's usually the most typical route that people do, and I suggest that one. It's the easiest. Daniel, not sure. Whoever told you that was misinformed. I'm telling you that right now. Universal, yeah, annual passes. You get to go in as much as you want as long as there's no blackout dates. It's totally fine. Same with Universal. Hi, Ray. I hope Anne is enjoying her trip. She must be. I think she's done her trip now. Anne is another explorer. We were helping her plan her trip and everything during the live streams. I love Anne. Where's Anne? I hope Anne shows up. I hope Anne comes back next month and lets us know how her trip was. I hope she does. Oh, this is from a few years ago. This is from the Japan Disney store. Really cute. Stainless steel. Arden, is there anything sea related I should pay attention to in the soaring line? Should I go through the standby instead of grabbing a fast pass to see it? Yes, you'll want to go in the standby line because there is so much detail. It is ridiculous. Arden, I'm sure you've watched the video on YouTube there where I go through the queue and everything. There is so much detail there. If you just go through on fast pass, you're gonna miss a lot of it, honestly. There's a couple SEA plaques around, so keep an eye out for those. And there's a ton of hidden Mickeys throughout the entire queue. And I think in the pre-show room there's something with SEA. Well, obviously Camellia Falco's in there, so yeah, she's part of SEA. There's some other SEA stuff in there as well. There's I think there's a scroll or a plaque, I can't remember, but it says a bunch of stuff on there. So yeah, take your time with the queue, seriously. I wouldn't wait 4 hours. That's a long time to wait, but the wait has been pretty long. I think it's been averaging like 3 hours, something like that. Yeah, a little bit crazy. For your first go, I would say at least once do the standby line, and then for the other times you can do fast pass if you feel if you can get one. They've been running out really quickly, so. Amy, is it normally difficult to get into the Teddy Roosevelt Lounge at DisneySea queue-wise? Depends on the day you're going. So for those that don't know, Teddy Roosevelt Lounge is one of my favorite places at DisneySea. It's a lounge. It's on the SS Columbia. It's like a replica of the St. Mary. St. Mary, I think it's called. I just call it the Titanic. I love Titanic. And that lounge is absolutely gorgeous. Like the theming in there is just ridiculously well done. You don't need a reservation. You just have to queue up. Weekends, there's a long queue. You'll probably be waiting 1 to 2 hours. Weekdays, if you go like late afternoonish, the wait is usually not too bad. You might wait maybe half an hour. And of course, the later you go, the shorter the wait gets as well. So weekdays you're usually pretty okay, but there is usually a wait though. You're gonna have to wait, but it's definitely worth it. So there you go. So it sounds like it's raining. I think I'm going to Tokyo Disney between the 7th and 10th of what month? I get asked, I'm just gonna be honest. I get asked this question probably 3 times a day. Don't worry, we have articles up on the website that talk about the crowds. There's a crowd calendar, and the good times to visit. I'm assuming you mean January. It's gonna be cold, depending on where you're from. You might find it cold. I'm Canadian, so I don't find it that cold. It's good. That's actually one of the quietest times of the year, honestly. If you just head onto the our website, I break down January into there, and I talk about the crowd levels. Like January is one of the slowest times to visit, right after New Year's. So you're good. Hey Jennifer, do I have videos about other SEA in the parks? I don't have a video, but the other one is the Tower of Terror. That's Harrison Hightower. So it's really cool that we have these different SEA connections. And then there's also the walkthrough attraction. Oh my goodness, I am blanking on the name right now. It's the one that's in front of the Mount Prometheus, where Magellan's is. The exploration area. That's all SEA as well. So there's a lot of lore in that too, which is really cool. Arden, do you recommend rope dropping Soarin', or is there a time of the day when it tends to drop? Okay, I'm just gonna preface this. It's been summer crowds, so I really don't know what's gonna happen once the summer crowds are done. After this next week, we're gonna go back to because everyone goes back to school. So we have no idea how the crowds are gonna go. We have to kind of keep an eye on them in the summer because the summer is the busiest time, especially August. Because Soarin' opened at the end of end of July. That's when summer started, and then of course all of August the park is busy every single day. So of course that attraction is going to be really busy, and I think it will die down, but I honestly don't know what it's going to be like. We have to pay attention over the next few months to see how it goes. So what was happening throughout the month of August, fast passes were running out in 10 minutes, and the wait time just after the park opened was 3 hours. And my guess is probably going to be somewhat like that for the next little while. I honestly don't know. Of course, I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I'll update the guides and stuff like that with whatever I find. Um, I did watch a video on YouTube. It was in Japanese. Somebody recorded the morning crowd. They must have had a room or something in the Mirror Coast. I'm not too sure where they were situated, but they recorded from like bird's eye view where you could see the Mediterranean harbor and then the split down the middle where one area, like one way goes to Toy Story Mania, the other to Soaring, and they were kind of like estimating like where people would go, and it was almost an even split, which is really weird. I thought everyone would go heavily towards Soaring, but it was almost like half and half. People went to Toy Story and people went to Soaring. So I really don't know what's going on with that. What the the thinking is behind that. Not too sure. Again, just to let everybody know, this was supposed to be a Patreon only live stream. So I'm giving priority to everyone that I know that is on Patreon. I'm going to go to their questions first. So just so everybody knows. And there's a lot of comments here. Sorry. Crowds at Tokyo Disney are just another beast altogether. Honestly, there's just check the crowd calendar, read my stuff, and go. Don't worry about it so much. Like there's not much you can really do about the crowds. It is what it is. It really is. Did I feel safe when I was in Hong Kong? Yes, I did. I wrote about my experience on the website. If you just go to tdrexplore.com and type in Hong Kong, that'll come up. I talk about that in depth on what I was doing in Hong Kong during the protests there. Is SE a real thing outside Japan? Yeah. I think almost every park I'm not sure about Paris, but all the other Disney parks have SEA references everywhere. It's a thing that connects all the parks, or at least all the resorts. Sorry, I just kicked the table. If you want to read about SEA, like the SEA, there's like stuff on Wikipedia and stuff, and it's very detailed about all that stuff, which is really cool. The only place I've really ever found like kind of SEA merchandise is at Hong Kong Disneyland for Mystic Manor. They do leather goods like luggage tags and things like that with SEA. I have a couple of them. I have it on my bag. My bag's not in here, so otherwise I'd show you. Thank you, Miss Spears. Hi, Michelle. Hi. There's Hazmat. Hi, Hazmat. I was wondering if you were gonna if you were gonna get here. How's Osaka? You're in Shinseikai. Shinseikai is a part of one of the districts in Osaka. Oh, that's good. I hope the jet lag isn't too bad for you. Yeah, I remember you said you had some questions about Universal Studios Japan, and then of course, and then some last minute questions on Tokyo Disney. So hit me, hit me. Oh, cool. They had an SCA pin at Disneyland. I'm assuming you mean California. That's good. I hope everyone watched my Hong Kong video. Um, my Hong Kong Disneyland merchandise video. Hong Kong was nice enough to give me access to the Halloween merchandise ahead of time so I can record it. I think the merchandise is out now. I recorded it about a month ago. I was a little slow in editing. Oops. So hopefully you guys watched all that. Hazmat. What has a single rider lines? Off the top of my head, the most important one is the flying dinosaur. That one is single rider lines, so make sure you use that for it. The other ones, I don't know off the top of my head. I should know them, but I don't. I think you have the book, right? I think I do know I have them listed in the book. So um, yeah, I'd reference that. But yeah, for sure the flying dinosaur, because I always do single rider of flying dinosaur. That's probably the one that's the most important, to be quite honest. The Hollywood Dream, the forward one, not the backdrop. The backdrop is the backwards one. The forward one has the single rider line. That one. I would do single rider line for that one, and then just wait in the normal queue for the backwards version. The backwards version is much better. It's more thrilling, in my opinion. Yes, the Flying Dinosaur is so good. I love that's my favorite roller coaster. Seriously, it is so good. The first, I get really like I don't know if I'm claustrophobic. Like I don't know. I don't like harnesses that are like really big and like hold you in. Like obviously I know why they have to do that, but I don't know. I tend to like almost panic sometimes. So the first time I did the flying dinosaur, I was like almost like I worked myself up so much, I'm like almost having a panic attack kind of thing. But once it's like once you're in and you're up like this looking face down, there's no turning back. So after that, like my nerves just went away and I just had so much fun. It's an intense roller coaster though. It's one of the more intense I've been on. I don't really like really intense roller coasters. I think the Flying Dinosaur has a really good mixture between intensity and just fun factor. And also the G forces, the way they work, and you're going upside down and forward and everything, is just a really weird sensation. Backwards version of the Hollywood Dream. So the Hollywood Dream is a roller coaster at Universal Studios. It goes forward. There's a forward version where you're facing forward. Then there's a backwards version where you're flipped around the other way. You do the same track, but you're sitting backwards, which is really cool. Do I think the plush at Tokyo Disney are better quality? Yes, yes, they are. Um, I've been meaning to do a video just to show, like, to compare the two, like maybe from all three Asian parks. I find Shanghai and Hong Kong are kind of the same quality, and Tokyo, obviously, Tokyo uses either a different design or a different manufacturer or something, but like they look different. I much prefer the ones from Tokyo Disney for Duffy merchandise. Of course, the domestic market in Japan is people are very particular on things, so they demand quality, so they give it to them. That's just how it is. Hello, hello to my My Diz. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. I hope Chicago's treating you well. I love the deep dish pizza. It's good. Have I tried the roller coasters at Fuji Q? Yeah, I've done Fuji Q twice, and I've done all the roller coasters twice. Ooh, that Janaica roller coaster is no joke. That thing is, ooh, I I don't even know what happened. Like once that first drop on that roller coaster happened, I don't remember much else because it's I think it's called a 4D coaster because you actually flip and like your seat rotates and stuff. After that first drop where you're looking straight down, you just plummet. After that, I don't remember. I remember nothing after that. I just remember I was really dizzy after the fact. Yes, Roz, you need to go back to Universal Studios Japan. And especially after the Super Nintendo World opens. I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be really good. I think so. Yippers. Hazmat, you must have more than just one question. I'm sure you do. Spring 2020 is the Beauty and the Beast ride. That's all we know. My guess is they'll probably let us know like before the year's end. They'll let us know when it opens. My prediction is they're probably trying to get it ready for the anniversary for Tokyo Disney, which is in April. So my guess is they're probably going to try and hit that. That's honestly a guess, though. I have no insider information or anything like that. Arden, the good thing about Duffy merchandise in Hong Kong is that there's some pretty good sales sometimes. Yeah. They do. Hong Kong does a lot of good deals and stuff. Especially when they're trying to get rid of like when it's out of season and they're trying to get rid of it. That's a good thing about Hong Kong when it comes to merchandise. They don't get rid of stuff on a certain date. Like when I was there was still stuff from the spring last month. Whereas Tokyo Disney is very strict on it. Like seasonal merchandise, if it's available for the summer event, it usually goes on sale about a week before the event starts. And then the merchandise is gone after the event ends. Once the event is over, that merchandise is gone. You're not going to find it. It's just how it works. The turnover is so much. I like last year, was it Christmas time? I think it was. Or Halloween, I don't remember. I think it was Christmas. They did a members like annual pass holder sale where everything was almost everything was 40% off for merchandise, like 30 or 40%. Excuse me, 40% off of everything. That was ridiculous. And I remember I was trying to buy stuff, and the lines were just atrocious. You waited like an hour just to pay for stuff. It was just, and the store was a mess because people were just grabbing stuff. It was pretty crazy. Hello, D&G Explorers. Like your name. So yeah. And again, just a reminder that people that have joined later, I made a mistake. This is supposed to be a Patreon only live stream, but we're just rolling with it. Every month on Patreon, we do a 60-minute live stream where we just hang out, ask questions, talk, whatever. It's a fun time. I enjoy doing it. And there's usually about anywhere between 7 to 10 of us on average hanging out and all that. So consider this one a little bit of a freebie because I made a mistake. I can't read apparently. But if you head on over just to our Patreon, patreon.com/TDR Explorer, you can join the next one. And it also helps with the site too, pay for stuff for the website and all that stuff. So helps us out. Hong Kong is crazy aggressive with sales. They have a lot of purchase with purchase. I know they do, Roz. I know. I'm a sucker for that. I'm really bad at buying stuff. Okay, that's how the some or sales work at Hong Kong Disneyland there. So Arden was just saying so Hong Kong Disneyland usually does 40% off sale in the summer and then one in December for annual pass holders. So that's good information to know. For the annual pass for Hong Kong Disneyland, really quickly, they have 3 levels. There's the silver, gold, and platinum. If you're going for 3 days to Hong Kong Disneyland, then it's worth buying the silver pass. You can buy it online and stuff too, and then you get access to discounts and stuff in the park. So if you're only going to Hong Kong for a little bit, but you want to go to the park more than 3 days, it's worth getting the silver pass. Just be mindful of blackout dates, which is usually weekends, and of course public holidays. So you got to kind of strategically pick it for that kind of thing. Oh, that, yeah. Well, I'm not in my regular spot, so I'm just kind of I'm staying with family. So this is the quietest room in the house right now. This is a craft room. So sure. I don't know. I don't take any credit for that. Usually I would have like my Tokyo Disney stuff in the background and all that, but that's okay. He has, Matt. Does the TDR have a way to move out of season merch? No, not usually. They might put stuff on sale, but it's very rare. It's because the merchandise is so popular and the turnover is so quick, people buy it, so they don't really need to put it on sale. You got the gold one. I don't have an annual pass for Hong Kong Disneyland anymore. I got rid of. Well, I shouldn't say I got rid of it. I let it lapse. The only reason why I did that is because whenever I go to Hong Kong Disneyland now, Hong Kong Disneyland is usually giving me access to stuff so I can make videos and all that. So that usually includes my park admission. So I don't really need to get an annual pass as of right now. So if you see like my Hong Kong videos, I'll always say in there, like, thanks to Hong Kong Disneyland for providing this kind of thing. So it's usually them giving me, I also get access to the park too, which is good. 2023, that's a long ways away. But also smart because most of the big stuff will be open, I hope, by then. The expansion for DisneySea, of course, the expansion for Disneyland will be done, and the hotel should be open. A lot of construction going on at the parks right now. Tokyo Disney tips in the rain. Good one, Hazmat. And just for your reference to Hazmat, so you're not furiously writing everything down. There's an article about what to do in the rain for Tokyo Disney. Have a change of socks. There's nothing worse than having wet feet. That's a good one. Depending on, I don't know what hotel you're staying at, but some hotels actually give you umbrellas to use. So take advantage of that. If not, just buy yourself a cheap umbrella from one of the convenience stores. They're usually like $2 or $3. And if they break, whatever, it was cheap, doesn't matter. You can buy, there's ponchos you can buy in the park. I personally don't like ponchos. I get all sweaty. I know I'm not the only one that gets sweaty in them. I don't like them. Also, usually when I'm at the park too, I'm usually recording videos and stuff, so I don't like taking on and off my poncho. So there's that. As for like attractions and stuff, depending on how bad the rain is, most attractions are going to run as normal. If it's really raining windy, like a typhoon, outdoor attractions will close, of course, and there'll be announcements and stuff. As for shows, if it's a stage show outside, like Hello New York, which is under refurbishment right now anyway, or it's closed because they're doing construction on the SS Columbia. Let's Party Gras, that's outdoors. They'll just straight up cancel it. A couple other shows. But as for like Phantasmic, they'll do like an alternate version of Phantasmic depending how bad the rain is. And with Electrical Parade Dreamlights, of course, with the word electric in it, they're not going to do it in the rain. So they'll cancel the Electrical Parade, but they'll do a limited parade called Nightfall Glow, which is really nice. And they only do it in the rain. And it's really cute. It's short, but it's really cute, and all the characters are wearing cute little outfits and everything. So don't be too bummed if Electrical Parade Dreamlights is canceled, because you'll probably get that other parade, which is really nice and kind of it's a nice treat. Yeah, keep an eye out for that. And that's pretty much it. Does that answer your question, Hazmat? Is the Teddy Roosevelt Lounge open while Columbia is under refurbishment? To my knowledge, yeah, it's still open. I was checking the refurbishment list yesterday, and I didn't see it on there, so I'm pretty sure it's still going or still open. I don't know what they do with the merch afterwards when they're done with it. Probably goes to the cast member stores or something. No idea. Like, we don't have an outlet. There's no outlet store or anything for Tokyo Disney. You might be able to find older stuff at Nakano Broadway, which is like a place where people take used stuff they want to get rid of. So there's a couple stores. I have a guide that talks about Nakano Broadway. There's different stores that have like Tokyo Disney merchandise and stuff. That's where some stuff ends up that people buy and then put it there. Yep, the Ambassador Hotel is really good. And I'm going to shamelessly plug our ebooks. I know everyone here who's on Patreon knows about the ebooks to talk about all the time. They're like, shut up, Chris. A lot of most questions, I'd say about 90% of the questions are covered in our Tokyo Disney ebooks, or ebook, I should say. It's on our website. It's like 200 pages. It's $15. And it goes over like hotels, transportation, fast pass strategy, all that stuff. And we also have one for Universal Studios Japan, just as detailed. So if you're planning a trip, make sure you go and check that out. Arden, you're asking about the poncho design change. Have I used them? No, I haven't used them. Like I said, I don't wear ponchos. I bought them before, and then I wore it once, and then I forget I have it, and then it just sits in my closet, so I just don't bother. They look like they're pretty much the same. Like they're high quality. They're not like one of those cheap ones that are $1. It feels like you're wearing a garbage bag. No, these are like really good quality ones that you're going to use. Like Roz said, she's been using her since 2014. Roz, you should get a new one. Yeah, I don't know. I would just check it out when they're there, because when you're there, because you have ones you can try on and stuff. So, yeah, sorry for the hotel. Ambassador's one of the best ones, like Roz says. Roz just stole the answer from me. I have a guide about when to visit. I get like I mentioned, I get asked that like every day. If you type in Tokyo Disney when to visit, I'll pop up there, and I break down every single month as to what is like which month is the best to visit and all that kind of stuff. September is fine. You're fine. Honestly, every month is fine to visit. Like, you're going to Tokyo Disney. Come on. It's like the best Disney resort. I have no shame in saying that. I will stand by my answer. Tokyo Disney Resort is the best Disney resort on the planet, and you're going to have a fantastic time no matter when you go. As long as you just read our stuff and just be informed, you're going to have a great time. Honestly, it's fine. It's great. You're going to have a fantastic time. It's good. Um, Number one tip: first time in Japan, don't forget to walk on the left side. Eh, yes and no, hazmat. It really depends on where you are in the country. Um, you're in Osaka, so people are usually on the other side, and then in Tokyo, people kind of just go wherever they want. It really depends on where you are. My best advice is to just pay like watch what the locals are doing and just follow that. A good example is the escalators in Osaka, which is in the middle of the country, like where Kyoto is, Osaka, uh, Kobe, those kind of places. People on the escalator stand on the right side of the escalator. People walk up the left. In Tokyo, that area of Japan, people stand on the left and walk up the right. Yes, I'm trying to visualize it in my head. Excuse me. You, Arden, you prefer the TDR ponchos with buttons in the light rain? Oh, it's true. I'm so used to carrying umbrellas, to be quite honest. Mainly because, like, if I'm in the city, like doing whatever, because I live in Japan, so I don't want to wear a poncho all the time because like going in and out of shops and stuff, umbrella is just easier for me. So it's more of habit for me. So then when I go to the park, I just do that. That's just that's just how it is. Hey, Michael, good to see you. Yes, there's a lot of people here today, Michael. Or should I say good day, Michael? Good day, Amy. How's my Aussie accent? Pretty bad. Oh, you're very welcome, D&G. Here, I'll make it easier for you. If you just, I'll give you the link to the website. Hopefully I type it right. There we go. Oh, yes, the escalator etiquette. Don't be that tourist and blocking people because you could feel people's stares burning in the back of your skull. um, yeah. Well, I hope you're having a good time, Hazmat. You've been there, what, a day now? 2 days? Day or two? Um, mm. I like Osaka. Osaka's nice. It's smaller than Tokyo, which is nice. Nice change of pace. The food there is phenomenal. Osaka has the best food in Japan. They love their food, and their food is much cheaper on average in Osaka. And by that I mean when you go to like little restaurants and stuff, the food is just cheaper usually. Make sure Hazmat, make sure you go to a Kushia place. Kushia skewers, like a deep fried skewer place. Go there. They're everywhere in Osaka, and you get like you order everything separately, so you get like deep fried cheese and fish and beef and pork and vegetables, and you dip them in different sauces. It is so good. Yeah, kushikatsu is another name for it too. There's a famous one in Osaka. I I don't remember the name, but it's they have they're in like the main shopping areas too. It's like this guy. There's a statue of like a guy in an outfit, and his head is huge, and he's holding a bunch of the skewers, and his face looks funny, like he's kind of like a caricature. That's one of the more famous places, and I cannot remember the name for the life of me. But if you find that place, make sure you go to it. I think it's just a Kushi, Kushi something like that. Magical catch-all phrase sumimasen. Yeah. Sumimasen means excuse me. Yeah, just saying that, most Like people are going to understand that you don't speak Japanese or like you're not Japanese. Most people don't look Japanese, so they're going to be able to tell. People are friendly, so you're fine. Um, see if I'm catching up. Uh, oh, Arden's talking about Golden Week. Golden Week is in the beginning of May, end of April and beginning of May. One of the busiest times at the resort. 30-minute wait for quick service food. Yeah, that's about average. 40-minute wait for ice cream. Woo! That's a lot. Oh my goodness, yes, I love the convenience store food in Japan. It's so good. There's a while there that I was just really lazy and didn't want to cook anything, and 7-Eleven was a 2-minute walk from my house. Dangerous, really dangerous. So we have about 4 minutes left here. Just plug in Patreon again for all y'alls. So yeah, just like I said, this is typically for Patreon subscribers. So you can head on over if you want to subscribe to Patreon. There you can. I'm really grateful. See, Amy, have fun, and hopefully, yeah, we'll see you at the next one. The Spice Explorer. Yeah, join the Spice Explorer tier. I need to make that on Patreon. That'd be really funny. Don't worry, we still have a few more minutes, so you don't have to leave yet. Don't worry, you're good. How's the Aussie Aussie convenience store food? Um, I think it's like the same as North America. It's just junk food. I think I saw one with pie face attached to it with the meat pies. I've been just going to local bakeries to get meat pies. Got to support the local economy, right? All right, Hazmat, enjoy. Yes, and get your 200 yen umbrella. And make sure you put them in the umbrella holder when you go into stores. You'll see, like, I kind of call it a graveyard of umbrellas because usually most of them are abandoned. Just put yours in there before you go in the store, or there's like little plastic covers. I know it's a waste of plastic, but yeah, they get you to put your umbrella in like a little plastic bag so you don't get water all over the floor and everything. So there you go. Well, thank you, Rels. Rels, am I saying that right? Rels? Yeah, so it was a happy accident. It's good. Yeah, it's always fun. It's all good. Yeah, we do this and hang out, answer questions, all that fun stuff. So thank you. Have I been to Disneyland, California? Yes. Yes, I have. I've been to all the Disney parks in the world. I've only been to Paris once. All the other ones I've been to multiple times. Tokyo's still my favorite, though. Just is. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, Tokyo Disney's really good at making all the theme food. It's really, really tasty. Really tasty. The next, like, I'm gonna be missing the start of Halloween at Tokyo Disney, but once I get back, pardon me, once I get back in at the end of September, I'm gonna be making food videos for all that stuff. From what I know, Paris is getting much better after Disney took full control of it. So I think we have to wait a little bit to see how all that goes. I enjoyed Paris. Paris is fine. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for joining and everything. Um, Also, too, on Patreon, I usually put any new videos or photos and stuff. I put them on Patreon first before they go live on YouTube or live on the website. So if you want early access to content, I put stuff on there every week. So that's for the $2 level tier if you want to join with that too. Okay, Arden. I don't know if I'll be like I don't know when I'm going to be in Tokyo Disney, but um, I'll try and remember to let you know when. Well, I'll post something on Patreon when I have my plans solidified for that. Thank you, thank you. Here, I'll put the link in here again for you all. Oh, we're at the hour. But I'm working on a few more videos. I have a lot of Hong Kong Disneyland videos that I'm working on right now, and I have a Universal Studios Singapore video that I'm working on. I have a Moomin theme park video that I'm working on as well, and of course all the Tokyo Disney stuff. I have some really. I shot 3 really big Tokyo Disney videos. No, 4. 4. I shot 4. So we're editing all those, and those are going to be kind of like one of my more ambitious videos. Um, Spoiler alert, it's going to be a guide to Tokyo Disney in video form. So if you've read my stuff, you know it's going to be good. Yes, you definitely have to come and visit Tokyo. Seriously, it is good. One warning though, Tokyo Disney will ruin you. It'll ruin you. It sets your standards a little higher. It's just how it is. Tokyo Disney they do a lot of things right. Of course, they're not perfect, but they do a lot of things really well. Arden, you should have said hi. It's totally fine. It's totally Arden, it's totally cool. If you see me in the parks, just like, linger about a little bit and then just come up and say hi. Like, seriously, it's totally fine. The only time probably can't come and say hi is if I'm in like the media areas, of course. So, but like everything else, like just come up, say hi. We'll take a picture. We'll hang out. Oh yeah, the Zootopia Land Shanghai is going to be really fun. All right, guys, the hour is up, and this is a nice happy accident. And remember, if you're not on Patreon, make sure you head on to patreon.com/TDR Explorer, and we have stuff on there. And yeah, it's a nice happy accident. So, and thank you to everyone who's already on Patreon, guys. Thank you as always. I love you. You know I do. And make sure you go and check out I posted some pictures from Hong Kong on Patreon, so make sure you guys go check that out too, and all that. And yeah, we will see you very soon. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to read all the comments here. Bye, Jennifer. Bye, Roz. Bye, Arden. I think Hazmat left. I think Amy already left. And everybody else. Ray, Rels. Sorry, I'm saying that wrong. Ashudi, Roxanne. I almost said Roseanne. Roxanne, Jean, D&G Explorers. Beth, see you. We'll talk to you very, very soon. Love you guys. See ya. Bye.